Where is he? Matthias? Hey, where are you?
Well, I was working out. Where are you?
I'm in the studio. It's Thursday, man. Come on.
Oh no, it's Thursday. I completely forgot. Hold on, I'll be right there.
All right. See you soon.
Hey there, underwater filmmakers, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of reviewing your underwater films. I'm sorry I was a little late today. I was just trying to keep in shape and keep up to date with my workout routine. Luckily, Sebastian has a better understanding of the timing and was making sure that we got here in time for our today's video that we'll review. What video are we going to be reviewing today, Sebastian?
We're gonna review a underwater film made by Matthew Bird, and he told that he did a video with his GoPro Hero 9 and used a little bit GH5 for the surface shots, and yeah, I'm excited to see what he's doing.
It's also, I need to mention this here because we just came back from our recent underwater videography workshop in the Red Sea, where we spent a week in at Marsa Chagra village, and this video that we're just about to watch was actually recorded at the sister resort at Marsa Nakari. Thank you very much. At Marsa Nakari village, just a little south of the Chagra place, and I'm really excited to see what Matt and his girlfriend have put together for us here. Let's have a look. Very nice. Cool. Thank you very much, Matt and Sarah. I think your girlfriend is called, for submitting this film to us and for letting us review here. I really enjoyed watching that
Yeah, me
actually.
too. Me too.
You want to go first?
Well, no pressure, huh? Now, Matt, thank you very much for submitting and letting us review your video. And I have to say, I liked it very much. There are very cool shots on it. I like the music very much, very calm, very fitting to the scenery. I like the intro. There was a very nice intro, getting you or like getting us into the water. And then what I liked very much is the shot getting
The
into the water,
transition,
the
right?
transition shot,
Yeah,
very nice, well done.
yeah, yeah. I like that too.
Yeah, good work, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. From my side, I can totally agree to what Sebastian just said. Really nice intro. When I saw those shots, it kind of, I could kind of see that those were taken with a GH5 for some reason. I don't know. I've been using the GH5 for so long that these shots, the way they look, just screams out GH5 to me, which is great. Definitely not a negative at all. I really love how these shots turn out. A lot of slow motion in the intro as well, which I find a good idea to do that, to stabilize those shots a little more and to give them some like extra airy atmospheric feel to it. Very fitting to the music, as Sebastian said too. I'm gonna say something that again that probably you've heard me saying quite a few times. I would have probably kept the intro a tiny bit shorter, just a tiny
Bit.
bit.
Yeah.
I know it's difficult because all these shots, they are really nice and they do fit well together. But still, I would try to keep it a little shorter, get a little quicker into the water altogether. The transition, very nicely done. Um, there was a couple of close-up shots. I noticed it particularly in one where you had a closer shot of the coral reef with the basslets in the shot, and it felt to me, we have only just watched it on a small laptop screen, but it seemed to me like that shot was not entirely in focus, and this is probably to do with this being taken on a GoPro, and you've just been a little too close to the object, so the GoPro couldn't really focus properly. That's one of the things that I noticed there. Other than that, I think that you had a nice variety of shots in there. Still, I would try to get a high variety of the same object. So, for example, if you have your stingrays, I know sometimes it can be difficult because they don't hang around forever. But if you can, try to catch a variety of different shots from different angles so that you can put them together in the edit. Some of the shots or some of the animals that you showed, some of these shots, they seem to me to be a little random. Because there was only just one shot of the animal and then we moved on to another one. And I personally would have liked to have, like an establishing shot of the animal within its habitat and then maybe a little closer shot. I know it's difficult to get a really close shot with the GoPro, but do like a mid shot of that animal from a different perspective to just give us like a second chance of looking at the animal that you're showing and not just have one shot of the animal. It didn't happen with obviously all your shots. But that's something that I would try to work on for the next film. This is a critique at a very high level, I have to say. This is nothing basic or standard. As Sebastian said already, I also really enjoyed the film, and I think that your color grading is really cool. The GH5 shots looked very nice. The GoPro shots, I think you've done a really good job color correcting these. There were a few shots where you could see that they weren't matching perfectly to all the other ones, but I mean, in the end, it's a GoPro, and it's fairly difficult to match these shots perfectly.
But just maybe to the color grading or to the color overall
Sure.
part. I had a feeling one or two shots were a little bit pushed too hard. I think there was one shot of the Nemo, which was, in my opinion, a little bit pushed too
The
much
closer
towards,
shot of the
yeah,
Nemo and the one of the Titan trigger digging in the
yeah.
sand. That one I thought as well.
Yeah, as Matthias said, I mean, it's a GoPro, so it's like there's a certain limitation. But yeah, what you can do is start using lights. That would really help. It helps the GoPro to reproduce like true to life or more true to life colors,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't have to push it too hard.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
that's another investment and another way of filming than if you want to use lights, but it would be a
Yeah.
possibility.
Yeah, it's also going to make the whole rig bigger because right now, if I remember correctly, you were saying that you were using Polar Pro red filters on your GoPro Hero 9, and they have worked apparently very,
Yeah.
very well on
Well,
most of your shots. So again, don't take this the wrong way. This is just really small details that we're criticizing here. All in all, the film was actually really, really nice to watch.
yeah, I've one thing I noticed pretty at the end, I think I had a feeling there was some kind of sound design, which I really liked. And but if you want to continue doing that, you could even do it like at the beginning. I don't know, maybe at the beach or like when the
Mhm,
boat is getting out.
mhm,
Just do it more, like um not very intense, but like more like saddle. Like engine sound, ocean wave sound, something like that, just to yeah, to give a little more, a little extra touch. Yeah, but like
exactly.
this is like yeah, criticism on a high level.
Yeah, this is also taking the whole thing onto a next level. You can then also try to have some scuba breathing under laid on your underwater sequences, maybe a splashing sound as you're dropping backwards into the water and having that transition getting into the water, stuff like that. But as Sebastian says, this is like really going into detail and pushing it a little more and making this like going really up to the next level. Um, so yeah, those are basically the like, to sum it up, the most important things for you to take away from this, in my opinion, is maybe try to keep it a little shorter. Even the entire film, it was something a little more than 5 minutes, I think. If you can compress it down to about 3 minutes, I think that would be great, and wouldn't really harm the entirety of the film at all. And trust me, I know how hard it can be to get rid of some of the clips that you've taken and you really wanted to have in such a final clip, because in the end it looked a little bit to me like a promotional video for Nakari, with all the shots that we were taking at the beginning and then all the underwater shots. That was really cool. Maybe try to think of integrating some diver action into the film as well a little more in future attempts, because right now we've seen a lot of wildlife, which is great, and I think there was one scene of a diver just
Yeah.
like waving at the camera. If you can integrate diver interaction a little more into the film, I think it's gonna keep your audience a little more as well, and it's gonna go more into kind of storytelling, I think,
It
as
gives a
well.
greater variety of shots and like
Yeah.
keeps the attention of the viewers. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. So that's the one thing. Try to keep it a little shorter. Try to give a little more variety on the same subjects. So don't just shoot or don't just show one shot of the subjects, but try to have like 2 or 3 shots of each of the subjects, so that we have a bit more time to actually see each of the subjects that you're showing. Um, that's really what I've written down here, and then the close-up shot that wasn't really in focus, but that's really nothing, no big deal there at all. Do you have any additions to that?
No, that's all I wanted to say. Yeah,
Excellent.
was fun watching it.
Well,
Definitely.
well, glad I said everything you wanted to say. Fantastic. Well, then why don't we bring this video to an end with on this positive note? Thank you again very much,
Thank
Matt
you.
and Sarah, for submitting this film to us and having it reviewed here in the series. We immensely enjoyed watching your film, and we hope to get some more submissions from you in the future. See how you guys develop on your underwater filmmaking skills. For everyone else who wants to send us a film for review within this series, feel free to do that by sending me a link to the uploaded film to contact@matthiaslebo.com, and we'll be more than happy to review that film as soon as we get to it. Right now, we still have a fairly long list of probably about 35, 40 films that are in the pipeline to be reviewed. So doing one a week, you can kind of do the math. It'll probably going to take us about 7 to 8 months right now until we get to your film. Please do not get discouraged from this. Feel free to submit your films. We'll watch every single one that we get submitted to this series. It's just going to take us a little time to do so. We will link the original film of Matt and Sarah down in the video description below. Also their YouTube channel, so go over there and have a look at that film and the other content that they've produced over there. Give them a like, give them a subscription, say hello, tell them where you're coming from. Yeah, and other than that, I've been talking way too much again. There's not much more to say for today. Then thanks again for watching, guys. Have a fantastic week. Keep capturing your underwater adventures, and we will see you next Thursday. Bye.
Bye.